Hey everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of my 3-gun vlog. Today I'm going to try stippling my shotgun a little bit. Should be pretty straightforward. Basics that you would need are really just a soldering iron is the minimum. I'm going to try and make it a little fancier, so I'm going to be using a bit of tape to mark things off. I'm going to be using a really small end mill, sort of a grinder rotary bit here, to see if I can kind of clean up the edges, sharpen them up a bit. I got 1/4 inch thick tape for going to try and do a bit of a pattern. Rotary tool, of course, to run the bit. A 6-inch steel rule just to help me get everything square and spaced out nice because I'm using a rotary tool. Definitely going to want some safety glasses. And if you recall my other videos, I cut the forend down on my shotgun, so I had a little piece of plastic left over that I could practice on. Not sure if you'll pick it up on the video, but just shows a few patterns that I tried to get a kind of a feel for the depths that I want to hit, and holding it at an angle versus straight in, and kind of helps me decide on how I want to do this. Yeah, that's really all you need. Oh, and a shotgun. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the pump. Basically, you just take the front end off the shotgun. What I'm going to try to do is put just a border of tape all the way around the outside. And yeah, we'll just start there. Alright, so just got a basic border all the way around it. What I'm going to do now is take some of this tape and attempt to do kind of a grid pattern across it. I think the tape's going to kind of help me because I can mark out even increments. But let's see if that works for me. There you have it, all taped off. That's kind of an argyle pattern, I guess you'd call that. And now what I'm going to do is take my rotary tool and that end mill, and I'm just going to kind of groove around the edges so that I have a natural stopping point, and then I'm going to do the actual stippling. And then I'm going to run along that track again just to clean it up and give it a nice sharp edge and make it really visible, and hopefully it'll make kind of the crisscross lines in between sort of jump out. There's already a bit of texture and some lines here. With most guns, it'd be a good idea to actually sand it all off, but this track is just too deep, so I'm just going to kind of work around it and hope it's not too noticeable when I'm done. If it is, well then I guess that's just the way life goes, and you guys will know for when you do your guns. Alright, here it is. It's just a basic little grinding tool. I'm going to fire it up and go, and hopefully you guys don't see a lot of the back of my head, but whatever. I'm just, like I said, just tracing the edges, trying not to mar up the tape too bad, just to make a border so I know what I'm doing. This part's optional, but probably help make it look a little nicer, right? Okay, so did my edges. Some came out really well. These ones here especially came out really well. Some came out really bad. They kind of caught an edge and rode a little. Not to worry. It's a learning experience, and I'll get another chance at cleaning them up after I do the stippling, so I'm going to do another lap around. One thing I noticed, you want to be very aware of the direction of rotation and be pushing it in so that lip gets built up on the inside, not on the outside. That can kind of cause issues with the tape, and then when you go to clean it, you'll kind of have that weird lip there. So yeah, that's what I learned from that. But let's get on it now for the actual stippling, what we came here for. So I'm using just a cheapy, nothing fancy, battery powered soldering iron I've had forever, just with a basic pointy bit. And then I just want to let it get hot, and then just kind of pick a spot, and I've decided I want to go straight in. If you hold at a bit of an angle, you can get kind of a different look and feel to it, but play with it, see what you like. Here's kind of a better view of what I'm doing, just to show you, kind of just get in there and tap around everywhere lightly. You don't have to go super deep. It really depends on what you like. The biggest is try not to get too much of a pattern going, otherwise it'll look real strange. Okay, so all in all, it took me about 45 minutes to actually do the stippling. I ended up not thinking, I don't think I need to go around it again with the end mill to clean it up. What little bit of overhang there was actually light enough that I could kind of get at it with a little bit of a scraper and clean it up. Small file would work, or even an X-Acto knife. So now I'm just going to peel the tape off and do the big reveal and see how it looks. And there we have it. I think it looks pretty good. The edges on a few of them could definitely be straighter, but feels good, and that's kind of the key, right? But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the gun, the buttstock, and show you what it looks like when it's all done. I won't bore you with the process for that one, but I'm just going to checker it the same and stipple it the same, and then slap it all together and see what it looks like. Welcome back. So I just finished assembling the shotgun, and let's have a look. As you can see, it's well, a little rough around the edges on here. You can see I didn't get all the lines perfectly straight, and it's not super consistent, but that just goes to show that this is pretty much worst case scenario. This is as bad as it's going to look, and I'm actually still pretty happy with it. So, you know, like all these crazy projects, I say go ahead, give it a shot. And, you know, I have no experience doing this at all, and I was able to make it look at least this good, which, I mean, it's not great, but I mean, it's supposed to be functional, right? That's the lie I'm going to tell myself. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this exciting video. Stay tuned for next week's.